Hello everybody, Andrew R73 of STBN here on the SMB server. We are back at our base. Wow, that last episode was a major effort. Had a lot of fun, but it's time to get some more stuff done around the base here. You never know. DC may actually ask us back. I think he liked what we did there. It's good stuff. Yes, it was. All right. So, like I said, I've been getting a little work done around here. As you can see, I kind of finished out this wall right here. Yeah, dirt ceiling. Gonna have to take care of that. Hey, little buddy. Excuse me. But I've started to get to work on what I mentioned before. We're gonna do a little fishing area down here. So I need to get this guy all dug out. I want to do a little fishery down here because, yeah, while I know you can trade and use villagers to get name tags and a few other things, but puffer fish I need for water breathing, and I want name tags, and I want some of the other benefits of fishing. Plus, well, it's by no means is it going to compare for XP to DC's gold farm there, but I like having a fishery. I want to get one going there. Also lit this up a little better. It was a little dark last time. I didn't care for that. And also over here, I've started to dig out for our squid farm. I'm going to put that right in here, have a nice little squid farm. Probably won't be like a massive producing thing, but I do need squid stacks. Say that one 3 times fast. Squid sacks. But I do need those because I want to get some like dark prismarine, and I want to get some of the wool and other stuff dyed up where we can. So and as you notice here, did a little bit of outfitting of the portal. So I'm going to get to work on, let's go with the squid farm, and we'll be back when we got some more stuff done. All right, everybody, check it out. Look, we've got the walls done here in the squid farm. I came up with a simple little pattern. I'm by no means a pixel artist, but this will suffice. It's kind of basically be a water theme thing, and hey, prismarine. So down here at the bottom, because squid spawn all the way down to level 46 up to sea level, and sea level is roughly about here. We're a little below sea level. So this is going to be basically our squid farm. This whole thing right here, and right here we are going to have a chest, just like on the cactus. Words. But just like the cactus, we're going to put that right there so that we can access the chest. But we got to get all of our stuff, the drops from down there up here to this chest. And I'm going to have a blue glass wall right here that's going to close this thing in. But so that's what we're going to do with that. But now from down here, ankle. Now down here, what we're going to do is run a drop-evator all the way to the top. And so we're going to put the drop-evator, it's going to go right there. Actually, it needs to go like that. It needs to go up. So we want that to go up. And in here, we are going to have, I'm going to fill in this whole floor in just a minute. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that because I have already put the dropper down. So we're going to have the we're going to have hoppers in here. This whole floor is going to be covered in hoppers. And I actually found that this little cave entrance actually snakes all the way around to my branch mine. So that was an interesting find. But I lit that all up, so we shouldn't have any problem with mob spawning. Now, what we need to do here in order to get this thing to work are the 4 corners. And I put a light here just so that, again, for preventing mob spawns. But now, right here, we're going to have a comparator in subtract mode. And then we're going to have a repeater, and repeater. No delay or anything like that. Basically, all this is going to do is that as each item comes into this hopper, from the hopper into the dropper. Words today are so difficult. So, let me just give it a little bit so that we're going to have this this dropper chain going to head straight up. So as an item hits in here, comparator picks up the signal, sends a pulse using the repeaters and the blocks, sends a pulse around and back into the dropper again. And that will cause this dropper to become powered and shoot the item up, and thereby emptying the dropper for just a brief moment, which turns this signal off and stops the signal coming around. The next item then hits the dropper, causing the same thing as before to happen again, powers it, and up the item goes. So we get this continuous pulsing going around and around and around, and the droppers. Now right over here is going to be a torch tree that runs this way like this, and I'll put it like that. And now this one here is where the next dropper is going to go, and this torch tree is just going to work its way all the way up, and then we're going to have the hoppers or droppers going all the way up, and then I'm going to put I don't know if I can reach it from here. Yep, right there. So these droppers are going to go all the way up. The very top dropper is going to face into the hopper, and this hopper will fill the chests. So let me finish that up real quick. And done. Check it out. There we go. Floor is all hoppered up. And here is our dropper and torch tree system. You can see the torch tree just runs up the back. It powers every other hopper because, I always do that. Dropper powers every other dropper because when you power one, it actually powers the one next to it. So items do a double hop in droppers when you chain them up like that. So we just have a torch tree that when this signal applies here, this torch then unpowers, powering this one, and then that goes right up the chain. So all the items that get dropped in any of these hoppers here will make their way over to this bottom dropper and head on up. Right now you can see the chest is empty, so if we put let's say do 5 items, drop it in there, you can see there goes the torch tree. Items are making their way up. You can see it's nice and silent too. There's no clicking at all in this, so I do like that. It's a little slower than a normal, like a dropper chain, but being silent like this I think is fine with me. And there's all 5 right there, so we know that it's working. We're not going to have an abundance of squids. I mean, they're going to spawn, but not at some high rate. We just have to have a super mega flow on there. So this nice slow drop evader will work. So let me get this thing closed in. Let me get the water in here, and and I'll meet you back up top. Hey everybody. Okay, now I'm going to try something I've only seen done in videos. I have done it in my creative role, but I should say I have not yet done this in a survival world. I'm going to try the Cheaty water trick. Getting water that actually floats in midair, single columns. So what we've got here is kind of like reminds me of like an egg carton, really. Now what I'm going to do is go down here. I'm going to place 6 blocks of regular ice, and then I'm going to pop back up here real quick, and I am going to put source blocks up at this topmost, but inside each of these 6. Then I should be able to remove all of this dirt, and including the dirt down below. And because there's this gap here, I won't actually be doing any block updates. So when the ice melts, the water should just be floating in midair. So let's see. let's give this a shot and see if it works. Put it blocks of ice real fast. Let me get these in here. Get these up here, the dirt out of the way. Okay, so now we are not doing anything directly next to any of these blocks of ice, so there should be no block updates. Now let me get back up to where I can actually throw an ender pearl. Get back up top. We'll come over here, and let's get over to the side. Now that one should go right down on top of that block of that ice block, and we'll put one here. Same thing again for this one. That one. And let's go for these last two. And I need to put it up on that second one, because if I put it right here, the water will spread out. So I'm using this second area, the second row of dirt to constrain the water, to keep it in that just the vertical and not spreading out. And it looks like something something didn't work right, because we've got water flowing everywhere. Okay, let me reset and try this again. All right, I reset. I'm not sure what's going on, but it seems that some ice blocks here, when you just saw that one went to a water source, some of them are full blocks. Oh, wait a minute. I'm wondering if this and I wonder if I leave that like that. I wonder if the ones that if I put a water source right on top of it, because you see the ones that just melt by themselves, they come out this half block, and every time I try to run a water down here, the water kind of spills out this little opening, and then it updates everything, and I got water all over the place. So we'll see that by putting water directly up. Yep, I think that's the trick. Maybe they updated something in the 1.88 patch. I'm not sure, but this is not how it used to work. I've watched a few videos, but okay. So I think that might be the trick. Now let me just, in testing here, let me just pop up here up top. Hey, out of the wall. Okay, so this guy, we know this one has got the Cheaty water going on just fine. So so that's this guy right here. And so let's put him up there. Let's see what happens. Does it spill everywhere? No. All right. So we've got that one. Good. Okay. Now, here's a test. Yep, that did exactly what I didn't want it to do. And now we got water everywhere. Okay, I'm going to keep... This is so much easier and creative. Let me okay, I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll be back when I get it done. Well, that only took like 3 or 4 attempts. And what I did was, for up top there, I just kind of recessed lighting and put the water up in there. And yeah, it was actually what I was doing wrong is it's a matter of timing. You put a block underneath it, put the ice up here, then get the water coming down and hitting the ice before it melts. Then, so you put the ice there, take that block out from below it so that the ice is just floating. Get that water in there, but you got to do it before the ice melts. And I did all 6. Then I just sat around, waited for the ice to melt. I actually threw around some torches just to kind of, because you get the brighter it is, the faster the ice melts. So, but once I got that, once they all melted, they met the water flows, then I just went through and just very carefully took out all the dirt, and voila! Look, we have Cheaty water flows!
Yay!
So, let's head back up top. And now I can collect all the goods. And now the hope is that this will start spawning some squid, so that we can get those ink sacs that I'm after. Iron bars. And okay, so I'll be right back when let me finish putting this glass wall in here, and I'll be right back. Alright, I just went and put away my stuff, cleared out the inventory as you can see, and let's take a look. Oh look, squid! Squid! Yep, look, they're already happening. Already happening. We'll turn away, we don't need to watch them die. Oh wow, look at that. Already 10 ink sacs in I tell you, probably not maybe 3 minutes. So this the squid farm is working really good. Yeah, we should be up to 12. So it is producing. Nice. Love it. And the glass here can't fall in. Yay. Good stuff. All right, and as you can see, I mean that drop evader is working really well. All right, so that is this project done and complete. I love that. It's great. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so let's finish up this guy here. Is it nighttime? No, it's daytime. Okay, let's finish up this guy. Let me get this all nice and dug out, and I'll be right back. And once again, I kind of got into the groove, so I dug it all out, and I have decorated a little bit. Just some base texturing on the wall, a little bit of lighting in the corners. Yeah, I like that. Oh, crap, except I got that in the wrong spot. That needs to be up one higher. Okay, I'll fix that. I was wondering, why does that lighting not look right? Anyway, okay, so the fishing... The fishery, the little fishing machine, is going to go right in here. So I'm going to need to gather up some supplies to build this together. Some redstone, some blocks, trap doors, fishing, or the tripwires, and all that good stuff. We're going to need to put that together. But I am curious now. The whole time that I've been doing this, I wonder how I want to say slime farm, the squid farm here is doing. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of them in there. Look at that. It's like, oh, my God.
Damn!
Okay. That's actually performing a little better than I thought it was going to be. So, nice. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go get some supplies for the fishery. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and I've got an inventory full of stuff here that's going to make up our little fishery, and I'm using a design by NimsTV. It's been out for quite a while. You probably have seen it before. I'll make sure that I put a link down in the description of the video, but if you have not seen it, this is very neat, very simple, very nice system. So I do like it. I've used it on a couple of my builds before, and we'll go to it. So what we have here is a chest right here. This will be our chest that collects all the goods from the fishing. So now we have a couple of droppers, one like that, and then, hey, dude, why is it a pigman whenever you dig a hole, they end up running right into it? That happens to me a lot. One of my other videos, I was helping a friend out. Shift. I was helping a friend out dig a tunnel in the nether, and every time we would dig a hole for hoppers or something like that, pigmen come right along and jump in it like it was a swimming pool or something. Okay, anyway, so we have one dropper facing up, one dropper facing towards us. I'm going to put one hopper facing into that dropper, and another hopper facing into that first hopper, so that this hopper feeds this one, this hopper feeds the dropper down there, and that dropper will point up to this dropper. And then on top of these hoppers, we put another double chest. This double chest is going to hold all of the fishing poles. Now, let me kill this light. I guess I'll just stick it right back there just to keep the light up. And I'll put one right there. I just didn't want any mob spawns, that's all. And I know standing right here, mobs won't spawn right in front of me, but I also want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, another hopper feeding that double chest, and then a second hopper feeding that hopper. So we're going to go sideways and then into the chest, and then directly on top. Where is it? Oh, I thought I grabbed it. Okay, hang on. Nice thing of having all of your supplies right in front of you. I needed a pressure plate. We're going to take a pressure plate and never mind the squid back there. Ever since I built that squid farm, they seem to be spawning in every piece of water that I have. Alright, so now we have the pressure plate on top of this hopper, and that'll come into play in just a little bit. You'll see how that one works. Now I'm going to use polished diorite just because I have a ton of it. And we want a block there, and then another block like that. We can take this one out because we don't need a block there. We're actually going to be running redstone back under there in just a little bit. And now we want to kind of enclose the, oops, my bad, I got that one too far back. They needed to be there and there. That's where we want that one, and we want that one right there. Okay, come here. Now we want, in this empty spot, we want a fence post, just like that, and then right here will be the iron trap door, just like that. And because I'm using, like you can see, the brown as like an accent color in here, we're going to throw some carpet right on there, and I'm going to put that torch back right there. And that is simply just, again, for light. I just want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, and lastly here, before we get into the redstoniness, we are going to put glass on either side here. That still allows us to open the chest, but nothing can get in from the side. We're not outside, so it really doesn't matter. But, you know, hey, what do you call it? Aesthetics. We're going for a nice look, and I'm going to use the cyan color because, hey, nice cool blue. Okay, and now let's get on to the actual redstone of it. And then to do that, we need to come right across the back glass blocks right there. And we're going to have also a block here, 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 there. And yeah, one right there, and I'm just trying to make sure we have that block there and a block there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is have the tripwire hook, a tripwire hook there. I need my string, oops, like that. Okay, so we got our string, and now we need a torch to go right there. We need a repeater right there on 3 ticks of delay. And we need a repeater there, and now we're going to take the actual redstone itself right there, there, here. We're just working our way around. Okay, now so we've got a loop system here and then across the top. Now this is actually the behavior we want to see in order to get that thing to shut up. We are going to put a lever right there and turn that off. Yeah, so okay, so that is the first part of the redstone. Alright, and now we're going to run around the back side here, and like I said, I told you we were going to need to keep this area clear because we need a repeater, some redstone, and where's my blocks? Actually, you know what? Let's take a little bite, a little munch, munch, munch. There we go. We want a redstone there, a repeater on 3 ticks of delay. We want a block there and a little spot of dust. Now, if we turn this back on, we should hear the thing double clicking or double firing. There we go. Good. Now, so we've got that good to go. So now we need to dig out some blocks right here so we can see what we are doing. All right, let me get those out of our way, and now we can get on with this part of it. And it's this part which will control firing of our droppers here. Which is, I need my, oh, I'm out of repeaters. I thought I had grabbed enough repeaters. You know, it happens, it happens. All right, I should have, yes, good. I'm just going to grab all of my repeaters. I think I only need one more, but I'll just grab both of them there. So, all right, so we have the repeater, a block, and a dust. And you heard that little click. That's the dropper there, getting a little bit of initial power, meaning it's hooked up. Now, when we turn this guy on, we'll hear the double clicking here, but we should also hear these we should also hear the dropper firing as well. You hear that extra click? There we go. That is what we wanted to see and to hear. All right, and now with that done, the only thing we got left is just a couple of items. And I did clear up my inventory right there. Went and grabbed some fishing poles so that we could finish this thing out. I need to move this torch. And I'm just going to put them in the corners here, just in case we have to step away for a moment, but also to light things up so that you can see nicely. Okay, so the only thing really that we have left is put a item frame there and frame there so that we can kind of display that, hey, we'll put a fish or something here, meaning this is what we've caught. We'll put a fishing pole right there, meaning this is where the fishing poles are going to reside, which we'll do that now. And as I put the fishing poles in there, the hopper, it's going to feed that hopper, feed this hopper, and then they're ready to go into that dropper down below. And when we get done, I'll make up a whole slew of them and fill this thing up. But the idea here, now the door comes into play. Now, so when I turn this thing on, we're going to have that pulsing going. And what that does is going to fire a fishing pole out of this dropper at every pulse. Watch. All right, there's the fishing poles. Okay, now the point or the purpose of that is that this is meant to be an AFK-able fishing machine. Now you would stand here, and the idea is that you fill up your inventory so that you have no empty slots except for one down here in your toolbar. So we put the door here, and the door will prevent the fishing pole from, shooting out and going past us. So now as we're standing here, the first time this thing clicks and shoots out a fishing pole and we don't have one, we'll pick one up in this slot right here. We'll pick one up and then we'll have it to use. And by AFKing and holding your right mouse button down, you'll be, just casting that fishing pole over and over and over and over again until you catch something, reel it in, and now the fishing pole isn't working. Now if it was the last cast that your fishing pole, due to durability, and your fishing pole broke after catching something, that next click, that next pulse will fire a fishing pole and you'll pick up another one. However, and that'll happen basically after every time you pick something up, you catch something in the fishing pole, you'll get a click, this will fire a fishing pole. If you don't need one, well, the hopper right below us collects the fishing pole again and resets it in the bottom dropper, ready to go for the next time. So we just need to put some water right here on top of this fence post. Let me put that bucket right back there. We turn the machine on and we're going to get some clicking. It's going to fire a fishing pole. Now we have one in our hand, and you can see that because we have one, it keeps firing the fishing poles over and over and over again. Now, all I need to do is cast and get it in just the right, come on, get it in just the right spot. And yes, I did. I forgot one vital piece. String. Right there. Okay. Oops. This is the beauty of building on camera. Okay. Now, again, inventory full. One spot ready to go. Turn the machine on. Wait for the fishing pole to get launched into our hand. And now we cast it into the water. And that... Come on, there we go. But it basically, it's just we're waiting to see those little bubbles in the fishing, and that's pretty much all this thing is. So now you can just AFK, and you're waiting to catch something. So I'm going to do a little AFKing. We'll see what we get when we come back. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I've only been AFKing for about like maybe 5 minutes, and I've got 3 fish already. Hey, a little bit of food. But the idea is that this is kind of an AFK thing that you would set this up and then let it run overnight. Kind of a thing. You get up in the morning or whatever, let it run for a few hours and get yourself some stuff. And this you get saddles and name tags and water bottles and all kinds of stuff that you may not normally have ready access to or access to it at all. So the idea here though is it works. We've demonstrated it. It does work. So I'm happy with it. And what I want to do actually though is move on, and I want to get a structure built around this. So let me get going on the on what we'll make as a facade for this thing, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, are you ready to see it? I have never claimed to be an artist in Minecraft, but here you go. Check it out. Made a little bit of like a log cabin kind of thing around it, using some spruce and a little cobble, some iron bars here, just to kind of give like an awning fence kind of feel there. A little light out front, yeah. And also, if it something looks a little different, yeah, I tore the whole thing down and raised it up by 1 block. I just didn't like the idea of going down into the fishery. So, nah, this thing seems to be working pretty dang good. I will say that much. We hit the button, and we get our fishing rod, and I aim for basically the center. Yeah. And, yep, away we go. Everything is nice and enclosed. We're safe. There should be no mob spawning whatsoever. The whole area outside is half slabbed. We got plenty of light down underneath over there, so we shouldn't have any mob spawning inside as well. And yeah, this has been a good build here. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if we can actually catch something on camera here before. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'll turn that back off again, and I'll drop the fishing pole in there. Nice, good stuff. All right, I like it. This I think we did a lot of good this episode. We got the fishery, we got the squid farm, which I am curious to see. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, a couple of them. I am curious to see how many do we have. Oh my. Oh damn. This thing is actually a little too efficient. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out something to do with all those. I was expecting maybe like 3 or 4 stacks after a couple hours. Maybe that. And here I've got an entire single chest full of stacks already. How's my cactus coming? See, I was thinking the squid farm was going to be about as speedy as the cactus here, but no, we're doing really good there. So, all right, yeah, I like it. It's just turning dark. I think it's about time maybe to hit the rack and call this, put this episode to bed, as it were. So, yeah, all right. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Tap a little bit on that like button if you did. Hit the subscribe if you want to know when new episodes are coming out. And I really enjoy you sticking around and watching this one. So if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure I get links to any tutorials or credits, anything that I use and all that kind of stuff. Check it down there. You'll see links and everything. So, all right, once again, we'll see you next time.